My baby bro, we here. Tomorrow it's time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go.
So Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls, aka the Notorious B.I.G.'s mother, Valletta Wallace, is breaking her silence on Sean Diddy Combs. Well, it feels like everybody and their mama, including Miss Wallace here, are speaking out on Diddy. As you know, it was just this Tuesday that Rolling Stone delivered a 6-month investigation where they spoke to over 50 of close associates of Sean Diddy Combs. Also in that article, it was said that Diddy once told Biggie's attorneys that he would die first before giving Biggie his publishing rights. Well, this is what Biggie's mom, Valletta Wallace, had to say, and I'll read it in patois. She said, "I hope I see Sean one day, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylight out of him. You can quote me on that." Anyway, she continues, she says, "Because I liked him, I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm so ashamed and embarrassed."
So the prosecution team also sent a letter to the judge defending their assertion that Combs should be locked up with no bail. Their letter states, quote, "As reflected by the gravity of the charges in the indictment, the defendant is dangerous and poses an ongoing threat to the safety of the community. If released, he remains a serious risk of flight despite the conditions offered by his counsel. Most glaringly, the defendant also poses a significant risk of obstructing justice." The letter also goes into more detail about some of those specific situations that Combs was allegedly involved in that point to the lengths he would reportedly go to get what he wanted. For example, quote, "The defendant ensured the victims would participate in freak-offs through coercion and violence. For instance, the defendant provided controlled substances, including ketamine, ecstasy, GHB, to female victims so that they could and would continue to engage in freak-offs despite fatigue, physical and emotional exhaustion, and pain."
He's facing serious concerns about his safety in jail, as former prison officials warn that some inmates may target him for his celebrity status. The rapper and music mogul is currently being held in MDC Brooklyn, a federal detention center in New York City, where TMZ sources confirm he is in the special housing unit, isolated from the general population due to the high-profile nature of his case. According to Lindsay, inmates could see harming someone as famous as Diddy as a way to gain prestige behind bars, a badge of honor. The combination of his fame and the serious charges he faces makes him a likely target.
You are now watching Hip Hop Bling TV News. Stay up to the times on celebrity gossip trends and much more by following us on all social media platforms and Hip Hop Bling TV 2 on Instagram.